And Chris, can you substitute for Jill in terms of the roll call stuff? I don't know that you have to record, they're being recorded by the YouTube,
We'll see.
but if you just want to call it out, I guess.
No, I can do that for you.
Yeah, I voted. They was in council. If they settle it. You don't.
Let somebody else.
I'll just figure out where I put it.
All right, so are you ready?
Ready to go, I found it then.
Everybody else ready? Yes. So we'll get started. First item is the roll call, Chris.
All right, Joe Tompkins, Steve McNoodle, James Osborne.
Yep.
Stephanie Martin. Christopher Meeker.
All right, second item is the motion to accept the minutes, or approve the minutes. Do you have a motion? Second, is there a second? All right, so we got Steph made the motion, Jess seconded. Any comments or revisions to the minutes? All good. Chris, roll call vote, please.
All right, Joe,
Yep.
Jane.
Yep.
Stephanie. Jessica.
Great. Public comment is next. Anyone like to make a public comment? Great. Lisbeth, step on up. And just so everybody knows, I think most of you do, this is being recorded. It will be on YouTube, so what you say
Perfect.
can be used against you in court.
I'm Elizabeth Searle, like many of you have seen me before. I'm a 30-year Meadville resident. I work for a nonprofit called Green Building Alliance. It's in Pittsburgh, but I run the Resilient Meadville program. And I just wanted to make two quick announcements. One is that I am offering what I'm calling utility medic office hours at the library 2 times a month, where I will talk to anybody about their bills, especially electric bills. They're hard to read, they're hard to understand, rates are going up. We're all turning our air conditioners on. So anyway, if you can't come on a Friday between noon and 1, the first and third Fridays to the library, just put an email to this address that's on here. I'll leave these here. And I'll come meet with you wherever. I'm really passionate about this. I've seen literally probably 1,000 people being ripped off by folks, and so I want to help. The second thing is we are offering a free Energy Efficiency 101 training on the 23rd of June from 10 a.m. till noon in a building at the college, on the college campus. It's free, there's free parking, there's snacks. So you can email the same email that's on the little paper to find out about that. Thanks. I have to leave before the meeting's over, so you can't catch me at the end.
Thanks, Elizabeth. So John shows up with the Housing Authority's energy bill, and you can help us
Absolutely.
find a way to reduce that bill.
It's really, there's a lot about recognizing patterns, what feeds into that thing, and your rate and stuff like that. So, yep, I can.
Okay, great, thank you. Any other public comment? All right, moving on to resident council reports.
Everything's so far good.
Great. Executive director report.
Okay, couple things. We're in full swing on the STAL assessment, the organization that was funded through the Lions grant that is assessing the overall health of the housing authority. They started canvassing yesterday. Excuse me. They started canvassing yesterday. They'll be canvassing, they're doing it right now. They'll be canvassing Thursday, next Tuesday and Thursday as well. They'll be going door to door. There are surveys. They're asking residents to rate a number of things, what they like, what they don't like about the housing authority. There will also be 2 live meet and greets, Tuesday and Wednesday, the 7th and 8th of July. The 7th is at Paula Towers right here, and there'll be free food from Holder and Thing. And the 8th will be out at William Leo Commons in the maintenance parking lot. And again, there'll be food from Holder and Thing. We're hoping as many people as possible will participate in the survey. There is no bad survey, the more information we get, all information, all knowledge is power, it's something we can do to make lives better for everybody here. Reminder to all the board members, the bank signers for Northwest Savings, Marquette, First United State Bank, and First National. Marquette, the one that's right around the corner here on, I believe is it Pine Park? Or right across from McDonald's. This is the one from Marquette, the one from Northwest is the one right by Pizza Bella on South Main Street. One for First National is out by Sheets and Place. And Mercer County Bank is out by Walmart. They do not have everything they need yet, so if anyone hasn't been there, please do.
What are they still missing?
I'm sorry?
What are they still missing?
I'm not sure if anybody is, well, additionally what happens is everybody has to give you their, you have to go out and show your driver's license and everything. Once they have everybody's information that way, then they'll start contacting us. Northwest does it by computer, they'll do DocuSign and they'll renumber those you have to do. But some of the others, I believe for a test one, you have to physically go there once they get to that point and sign a card. But they will send us those, they will have us do this for everybody's information is there. So if even one person's missing, it holds it up. A couple other things, I sent 3 people to the maintenance department. I remember that Kyle talked more about this. But Kyle, John Lowe's, and Almond Griffin, Almond and John Lowe's are 2 of our M2 maintenance employees. The 3 of them, I sent them to a training in Kentucky last week. The split units are the new units they put in renovations. And it was advised to us by our architect that those units can be very fussy and it'd be worth having our guys trained on how to service those in-house. So they went down and Kyle explained what to do with it. He said it was a really good training. I'll go right ahead and move on into the capital fund grant things. The Holland Towers apartment renovations, I'd like to tell you more than I'm going to be able to tell you today. The end date, the completion date was supposed to be next week, June 15th. Yesterday was supposed to be our contractor meeting where they were plus all that. And Sunday I got an email canceling yesterday's meeting for some reason. So I reached back out to them. I said, hey, in particular with the fire alarm system, I need to know when's this going to be done? Because when it's done, something they have to contact the fire department, it has to be certified so that we can get off of the mandatory fire alarm. And he said it should be definitely done in 2 to 3 weeks. So fingers crossed. I wish I had better information for you than that. For the electrical upgrade that's going to go out to bid, May 29th, the bid solicitation was posted in the Tribune as well as a number of other locations by our architect. And the bid opening is slotted for June 26th. And we'll go from there. Once it's under contract, then that allows us to obligate the rest of the emergency grant money that we had in order to get that going. So it's going in the right direction.
So we put the bids out and then we just sit and wait.
Kind of. They put the bid solicitation out. There's a pre-bid meeting halfway between those, and then the actual bid opening. The bids come and they open. Tony, our architect, comes in and we open them, and whatever falls along to be the most responsible or responsive. So they have to met all the guidelines in the perfect amount of time at the lowest cost. That's how it goes. If for whatever reason you don't get a single bid, then you have to go back to and do some other steps. But we're hoping to get more than that.
Thanks, John. Any questions for John? I'll reiterate the point about the Stout assessment, this assessment of the Housing Authority. Again, the whole point is to figure out what we're doing well and what we're not doing so well, where we can make room for, where we can make some improvements. And we're at the place, like John's saying right now, of gathering input from residents. So we started yesterday at Gill Commons. Today, Lee, one of our canvassers, he's working through Holland Towers, so hopefully you guys catch him. And then we're gonna be hitting the scattered sites and the Elm and Morgan Village. There's mailers being sent out to Section 8.
They were already sent out, there were letters sent to all the landlords letting you know what was happening, and then there were surveys sent to all the Section 8 tenants. And theirs is being handled through, there's a QR code on it that they scan, and then that data gets collected by staff.
And to your point, like the more information you can get, the better, including brutally honest information, right? It's not, these can be confidential, and so we want to know everything. Staff's also going to be interviewing staff, so we want brutally honest information from staff as well. We're getting input. I think they're going to be contacting the board, so they're talking to everybody, trying to gather as much information as possible. Jackie, I see your hand, just 1 second. I'm going to reiterate the point about the July 7th meeting. It's Tuesday, July 7th. There's going to be an open listening session in this room for residents. Residents, not just of Holland Towers, but throughout. So if you guys can make it, that would be great. There's going to be food, but we definitely want to hear from you. And that would include recent residents, right? Folks who might have moved out recently, but we talked about this with Scout too. Jackie, for example, I think they would welcome your input as well.
Oh, that's my question.
Is that your question?
It's only for residents? No, it's for,
Yeah,
Former residents.
former residents as well.
But your
So-
input would still matter.
So I think if you want, we can touch base with you, Jackie, about both getting you a survey that everybody's filling out, as well as, you know, attending the open session on the 7th. That would be great. All right, so unless there's any questions, we'll move on to Elm Morgan Scattered Sites and Tommy Joe.
Okay, I had one lease up in May, 8 annual recertifications, 2 interims, 0 evictions or notice to vacate. For Gill, we had 1 lease up and 5 annual re-exams, 1 interim, no evictions and no notices to vacate. And for the waiting list, I had 0 people for the 1 bedroom. I had 4 people in the 2 bedroom, but they need handicap units. 3 bedroom, 3 people, 4 bedroom, 3 people, and 5 bedroom, 1 person.
Any questions for Tom and Joe? So I know that last time, at our last monthly board meeting, we signed a resolution reopening the 1-bedroom waiting list for
Correct.
family sites. And currently, the waiting list is 0 for the 1-bedroom. What does that mean? Does it mean like it's a legit 0?
I don't think it's been opened yet, has it?
Go ahead. Yeah, keep it. I'll just look at it.
Well, you did a resolution, but it's not.
it's not actually open yet?
And that,
No, it's, we've received a lot, they don't go on to the waiting list until everything's processed.
Okay.
And I know that Jill has received a number of applications. Let's see where her stuff's on here.
Oh, that would be on the applications. So it says applications number received in May 19. So I assume some of those would include that.
Yeah.
Number received 1 paper application
There it
for
is,
1
yeah.
bedroom, 5, or 5 paper, 3 online. Okay.
Yeah, she got 10 in April and 19 in May.
So we're receiving applications
Yeah.
that have been processed. Once they're processed, they'll go on their way.
Correct, so, and we have received a number, a lot of them. So they're starting in the direction, again, the availability for 1 bedrooms is still, they're sparse.
Yeah.
They're few and far between, but there's definitely interest in a significant amount of applications coming forward.
And one of the reasons we did that is to get housed up or whatever.
Correct, it's called overhousing.
Over-
For how, if you have, let's say you had a 2-bedroom unit available and there's nobody on the 2-bedroom list, and you've got someone on the 1-bedroom list who's quite public, then yes, you can overhouse. And what HUD actually encouraged them was training in February, and then again, we had one congressional, we had the answer for them in, I believe it was in April. And the same thing with Buffett is that are you wanting to overhouse people? And so that they are wanting us to do that, so that's why we haven't got the 1 bedroom.
Questions for Tom and Joe? Moving on to Shar.
We had, no new leases in May, of course, because of the renovations. We had, 6 annual recertifications, 1 interim. No notices to vacate. We did 10 housekeeping inspections. And that's everything.
Any questions for Shar? I don't know if this would go to you, Shar, or Kyle. How are the housekeeping inspections going? We've done 10 of them.
We have one that failed. Then we requested agency help, and we also had a tenant who was gracious enough to step up to help.
So 9 out of 10 passed.
Correct.
And then just generally speaking, what's the reception that you get from residents when you do these housekeeping inspections?
Very good. They're opening the doors and welcoming me in, and I've known them for so long that I've been reporting posting and stuff. So it goes pretty well. It's more of a, I try to treat it as more like, hi, how you doing? I'm here to visit, take a quick look around, you know, how you doing, type of thing, make it positive.
Mhm.
So,
Thank you. Kyle? Maintenance report?
96 work orders in May and 3 vacant apartments completed.
We're just still turning them around.
Turn around and get more and
Anything you, just to spice it up a little bit, anything you could use that would be helpful to speed it up? More manpower probably?
I don't know, yeah, but we'll get there.
Okay. Uh,
I just checked the numbers the other day and we were down to like 14 or 15 and then we just got 4 more, so
Okay,
we're back up, I think, to like 16 right now.
okay.
Vacants.
And at a rate of about 3 or 4 a month, 3 to 5 a month?
It's slowed down since mowing's kicked on, but every apartment that we just got out of the last, we got 3, we're getting 1 more today. Out of those 3 that we just got, they have left every single thing that they've owned and owned, so we have to go through and take a bunch of time to get everything backed up and brought out, so they're not making it easy for us to get it turned over quickly, so.
The one downside to the training that they were at, two of our maintenance people were a whole week as well.
No, I think you guys are doing great. I'm just asking questions about it. Anything else for Kyle or anything else from you, Kyle? Okay, extermination.
The towers, like I said last month, after doing the inspection, we found 9 units that they treated. We are doing because we have the 30-day warranty on all exterminations. Next Monday, I'm gonna be sending out notices to those 9 tenants. We're gonna be going back and re-inspecting on Monday to see how the treatments went. And at Gill, we have 0.
Any questions for Kyle about the extermination report? Moving on then, thank you, Kyle. Moving on to Vanessa.
We had 162 units under contract, 0 port-ins, 0 port-outs, 22 VASH and 1 M ownership. There's 194 on the waiting list, 0 outstanding vouchers, no new contracts, 0 interims, and 8 recertifications.
Questions for Vanessa? So Trump hasn't decided to give a lot more money for Section 8 yet? We're still
Not
stuck
that.
with the same amount?
Yeah.
And to be fair,
They're spoon feeding it out right now.
yeah, many past administrations as well. All right, moving on to Richard.
We had 21 inspections polled, 11 pass, 6 fails, 4 inconclusive or other.
Any questions for Richard? Okay, then, moving on to applications in your pinch hitting for Jim.
Yeah, and that's where we had 19 applications received in May. For the 1 bedroom, there were 5 paper and 3 online. In the 2 bedroom, there were 4 paper and 3 online. For the 3 bedroom, there was 1 paper and 2 online. And there were none paper or online for the 4 bedroom, and there was 1 online, 1 for 5 bedroom.
Any questions for John about applications? Now on to Barb, again, Vision Initiatives Projects Reports.
The summer food program started at William Hill on Monday, June 8th, and it'll run through August 6th. Children are receiving 3 breakfast, 3 supper meal bags, plus a half gallon of milk on Mondays and Thursdays. Children will receive 4 breakfast, 4 supper meal bags, plus a half gallon of milk. And the resident council at Gill oversees the program. Our classes at Gill will begin on June 10th from 2:30 to 3:30. Classes will be held on Mondays and Wednesdays. And the fire department will be at William Gill this summer for a fire hose wet down for the kids. And then I'm gonna discuss the MOU. Okay, you wanted a breakdown, it's in the packet, so. Each council, every year, they spend $100 on sundry expenses like supplies and materials. Incidental food and beverage is $100, Christmas candy is $100, and Easter candy is $100. For field trips, and this was difficult to do, Joe, because these are all estimates based on what CATA told me, and how many people attend each event. But Keenan Sports Center in Pittsburgh, Jay at CATA told me that, he said, Barb, use a 20% increase. So the CATA bus quote for 2 buses is $460 per bus, $70 per council, $920 total. And Keenan does take the snack card, so that's $1 per person. And the children is $1. So Keystone Safari in Grove City, the CATA bus quote for 2 buses was $307.60. So it would be $153.80 per bus. Because they split Gill and the Meadville Housing Resident Council, they split those costs. Children, group rate is $8 per person. If you get 30 people, it would be $240. Again, that's an assumption. Children under 3 are free. Then there's Kilty Kiln. Number of people that usually attend is between, I have 25 to 30, but you have the cost for plates and cups, glazing. So up at Morgan Village, they don't have as many people that attend like Gill. It would be around $200, and it would be $300 for Gill. Okay. So these are all estimates. I spoke to Jay at CATA. He doesn't have a new price for what the CATA buses will be. And of course, nobody knows how much gas is going to cost, because that changes constantly. And then of course, I have no idea of the number of people who will attend each event. So it's not accurate. It's just estimates.
Any questions for Barb? So yeah, if I recall correctly, where we left it last time, Chris, you had clarified for us that according to the way the MOUs work, they present their budget to John overlooks it, and then if anything needs to come to the board, it will, if they need extra money, essentially.
And that's what she's doing, is you'd ask to see the budget, so she's showing you the budgets that I would approve. And then if she wants additional money above and beyond that, that's where we come to you and ask for that.
So at this point, this is like the step where they're showing you the budget, you're gonna look over it again.
Right. And then if she wanted the extra, you were hoping for another 1,000
Yes,
per.
yeah.
And then,
So just so we're clear, we're not getting that official request yet, you still have to.
right,
take a
nothing
closer look at
actionable
this.
in today's
Got it.
week, in today's pack.
Thank you for sharing. All right, moving on to the treasurer's report, the list of bills first.
List of bills, the only thing that stands out, or will stand out, is in the central office cost center, you'll see there was a $21,741 payment to Western, that's our workers' comp. Every year we do a payroll audit with, we do several things. There's a payroll audit for laborers, for the insurance, there's a payroll audit for workers' comp, there's a payroll audit for retirement. But once the workers' comp is completed, we have an additional $21,741. And the reason for that addition compared to what it was last year is last year we were running at half staff on everything. and workers' comp is based on what your actual payroll is for the year. And so, and we're at full staff now, so that's why that jumped like it did. There were no other, things that were extraordinary, but the questions that I can answer.
Questions for John on the check register? Jess, I know you requested a copy of the annual budget. Did you go through line by line and come up with it?
I was trying to, actually, I did have one question for you, is do you have a mapping between the FDS accounts and our actual GL accounts? Was trying to line the income statement
I can,
lines up with the budget. I think some of them get added together.
well, that's part of the reason that they don't make it to this thing yet either, is just that it's mapping them to what actual accounts we have. The budget, I do have some of that. The FDS just got submitted for the fiscal year that just ended. The submission deadline was May 31st, and it just got done. So I can get you that, and that'll,
That would help a lot,
Yeah, that
because
would
that
help
would
too,
let
yeah,
me
that's
see the
coming.
difference.
what you saw is a program that HUD supplies
Right.
for us. And a lot of it, and I told Joe when we started doing that, because I'm not sure how much depth was used in creating them prior to me, but we tried to take everything from the ground up and make them exact, but it needs to be a working process at all times. And one example, if you look at that budget, first off, the summary tab puts them all in annual amounts, so you have to split it up by 12. But if you look, for instance, at the contract costs, there's almost nothing in contract costs. And if you look at our actual, there's a whole bunch of money in contract costs. Because when we worked on that budget last fall, the end date for the fire alarm was projected to be no later than April 15th, and really they thought it'd be done by January. Well, it's not. And what we're paying for fire watch varies depending on whether they get paid every other week. So depending on whether I pay them twice or 3 times in a month, and whether there's a holiday in there where they end up covering for 24 hours as opposed to just the other shifts, it varies between $10,000 to $15,000 a month is what we're paying for fire watch. So for every month, April, May, June, last month it was 13,000 that is not accounted for in the budget, the program.
In order though to see like where we're at when we're signing off on like, yes, these things, like these random things came in, it would just be helpful if we could see, here's our year-to-date, like, here's our annual budget, here's our year-to-date actual, and then what are budget to actual variances to see like how we're.
I'll work on that in my spare time.
Well, that's why I was asking, I'm really good at making spreadsheets, I'd be happy to help with that.
I'll get you the FDS sheet that was just submitted, so you can see what it actually fell to through March of this year. But the one I give you in Horizon, there is a way to put our budget things in here, but it's, to be honest with you, when we had IntenMass, I did it every year. And when we switched over to Horizon in 2021, I did it for about 2 years, and then I was asked to stop doing it. So there's a period, I have to relearn how to figure out how to get it in there.
Okay.
And I have to do the same thing. I have to look at what I have in the budget I gave you guys, figure out how to map it, how to get it into Horizon. And it takes a little more, I'll get it, but it probably won't be next month.
I'm just having trouble like signing off on things if I can't know what I'm signing off on or whether.
I can get you the FDS, for fiscal year 2026, it was just submitted, it was just submitted a week ago, I can get you that, first thing in the morning.
Awesome.
And have you been involved, do you have the audits from the prior years or not?
No.
Okay, I'll get you the actual audits for 2024, 2025. 2026, they won't be here on site until August, and then they're pretty quick, we'll probably have the actual report no later than October.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, what I give you is let's say it's just better than nothing. We had 2 years running where we were in the red. and by a fair amount. And if you look at the financials as Horizon created for me through March, it shows it's significantly in red as well. And our fee accountants who are here in May, who, they're the ones who created the FDS, they got submitted. And they have other factors that go in here, the depreciation schedules, the central cost management fee allocation, the things that alter all this. And they actually think that we may be slightly in the black for the standards, but I told them I'm not going to make anything, I'm not gonna promise you that I see it. But, because I can't make that happen with what I, so, but I'll get you it.
Okay, any further questions for John?
The financials, I guess last thing, you'll notice that there's almost no difference in the loss that it shows this month compared to last month. And when you factor out the extra amount we paid for, the workers' comp, it was a fairly, tame,
Is there a motion to approve the check register?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, roll call vote, please. Chris?
Joe,
And abstain?
Jane, Stephanie,
Yes.
Jessica? Motion passes.
All right, and then the next report, sorry, I forget what it's called.
income statement.
Just the income statements. Any questions for John about the income statements? Is there a motion to approve the income statements?
So moved.
Is there a second? Roll call vote, please. Chris?
Joe?
Yep.
Jane?
Yep.
Stephanie?
Yes.
Jessica? Motion passes.
Report of committees. I know there's the bylaw committee, but that's Sina's committee, and is she working with you guys?
I thought we were.
Or you two?
I'm taking it from Cena, or I'm taking it from you.
From me.
We
Yeah,
switched,
James.
so
My
Cena
my
has had
schedule
a
and
chance
your
to sit down.
schedule, and I don't know how to do that face thing on
Yeah.
Yeah.
They haven't connected about it yet, so next month.
Any new business? Anything that I would like to bring to our attention or bring up for next month's meeting? Or communications, just come and speak. Here's your holy pulpit on it.
I love the board. But actually, I, wanted to invite all of the board and staff to the trauma trainings that, Hope is running next month. So, the first one is, I'll have flyers that I can send you, I just made them this morning. June 25th, from 1 to 3 at the Crawford Heritage Foundation building in the conference room. And then also July 11th from 1 to 3 in the same location. So it's open to the community, and I think it's a great training, but since I administer and help to run it, of course I do. But I think it'll be really useful as a refresher on how to kind of respond to the results we get from Stout, or kind of, I was actually thinking about the way that you described how you wanted to have a positive interaction with the residents during the housekeeping, and that comes from a trauma-informed approach. So that sounded like we're already doing some of it, but to get the whole picture could be awesome. It would also be open to residents, it's open to anyone in the community, so I can send flyers if resident council is interested in distributing it to residents.
So maybe if you want to send the board an email with the flyer and include John, and John could perhaps share it with Barb if resident councils are interested in it, share it with staff if staff are interested in it.
Yes.
Assuming that if staff go to this, that you'd still get paid, like it'd be a paid thing perhaps? I mean, that's what I would suggest.
Yeah, and I know that's a good.
So if you share it with us,
I will do that. Thank you.
And And that reminds me too, going all the way back to the check signer stuff, if you could send us a reminder of like who still has to go where.
I'll have to find out, I'll figure the things out and see.
Any other communications? We had a kind of private competition here. I thought I was gonna get through this meeting before she finished signing checks. All right, but, motion to adjourn?
So moved.
A second?
Second.
Roll call, please, Chris.
Joe?
Yep.
Jane?
Yep.
Stephanie? Jessica?
Yep.
Our
All
adjourned.
right, thank you, everybody.